Well, good day, guys. Welcome to Maroon Hangout, Instagram Live with Kemar Roach and Akeem Jordan. I'm gonna ask that if you have questions to please put them in the questions box rather than typing them into the comments. And the guys are ready to answer questions as soon as you guys are ready. So I'll just start with a couple. Akeem, first tour with the West Indies. How are you enjoying South Africa so far?
So far, I think South Africa is a lovely place, especially to be around familiar faces, you know, people like the master. I call him the master. I've known some of the guys from first class cricket as well, so.
Finish that answer, then we get to the question.
So I think that is it's nice. It's nice to be here, embracing it.
All right. I think the reason that you're laughing is because you saw what the first question is. Joshua De Silva wants to know why you're so poor at handball.
Josh going to sleep.
I don't think that I'm poor. I just think that it's a different game to what I'm accustomed to. So I just have to take some time, a little more time than normal, to get accustomed to it.
Roachy, any comments on Akeem's handball game?
I'm going to give him a blight. He just started. It's his first tour. Only 2 or 3 handballs in, handball games in. So I'm going to give him a little blight. Next week I'll judge more intensely.
You're looking forward to update. See the next question here. What's the best mindset to go out with? So I guess for both of you, what's the best mindset to go out in the cricket match?
No, you got to be peace for yourself, knowing that leading up to the test match, you got to be putting in your work, physically, mentally, and then when you go on the field, it's just execute your skills. So for me, that's it. Once I do what I have to do leading up to a test match, I'm fully confident going into the test match to do what I have to do for the team and what is required. So that's me.
As the master rightfully said, preparation is key, mentally, physically, but most importantly for me is self-belief. Just believe in yourself, believe that you can go out there and you can get the job done.
Got questions, buddy.
Who's your favorite cricketer?
My favorite cricketer? That's a good question, yeah. Me? My favorite cricketer.
All-time favorite. It's in.
All-time favorite. For me, I haven't get a chance to really have a conversation with Malcolm Marshall, but watching him from the videos and stuff, and then hearing people that played with him and played against him talk about him, they express how extremely skillful he was as a person, as a bowler. And yeah, for me, I really wanted to have a conversation, obviously pick his brain and to learn some of the things that he executed when he was playing. So that's probably my best person to like.
Akeem, your favorite cricketer currently and all time?
Currently, I have 2. I like Virat and I like Josh Hazelwood. I like Kemar as well.
Don't put
I really do. All time. I was an all-no batsman when I first started. So, Sachin Tendulkar. I idolize Sachin.
What time did y'all get up this morning? So it's an off day here for the team because we finished a practice match yesterday. What time did y'all get up?
I'm still sleeping as you speak it up. I'm still sleeping as you speak it up.
I got up about 11.
Okay, so someone's asking, how does it feel to be a pro cricketer? And I'll just add a little bit of context. I mean, growing up, you guys obviously would have wanted to do this for a living, would have dreamed about it. So how does it feel to actually be here? Kemar, you've been here for a while, but...
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. Cricket is my first love. So, to be able to represent the West Indies, the fantastic legacy they left for us to obviously step foot in. It's great to put that maroon on and go out there and play the sport that you love. Obviously, and you reap benefits from it. You meet people, you get well connected, and you know you inspire the youth. That's the best part about being a professional cricketer.
Thank you.
Well, for me, it's like, who would have thought? Like, there's so much people in the Caribbean. You get the opportunity, you know, you coming up through school level, you playing hard, you don't get picked for the Barbados or whichever region you're from, under 19 or under 15, under 17 team. You know, then you feel you get like unfair, so you start losing a little hope. Then you end up going to England. That's like being a semi-professional. You get a taste of it, you know, and then it could bring back that fight for it. So then when you realize, you know what, I am capable of doing this, and then you actually achieve it, it's like no greater feeling in the world. Like, it's like, I can't believe that I am being a professional, that people are looking up to me, people come for me for advice and that kind of stuff. So it's one of the best feelings in the world, to be honest.
And another question that I want to add a little bit of context to, they're asking what club you guys play for back home in Barbados. So it's an opportunity to, one, big up your club, but two, tell us the youngsters that are playing for that club currently. What advice would you give them? You know, and then the ones that have hopes of getting here.
Well, I'm an honorary member of Maple Cricket Club, Barbados, those who know it. Haven't played in a while, but soon, guys. But yeah, for the youth, don't give up hope. I know sometimes things don't go as well as you would like, performance-wise, but there's always a period in your career when we call it a purple patch, and you build on that. So when things aren't going well, you learn from your mistakes before. You adjust to what you're new to in terms of performing and getting better results, and then you learn from it, and then you try to be as consistent as possible. So don't give up hope. Enjoy the sport, love it, and play with a smile on your face. And you know, one day you could be in our position playing for the West Indies and doing better than us. That'd be great.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I play for Windies Sports Club, formerly known as Banks, for all who know it. You see, we have a lot of youngsters that just came to the club. A lot of them look up to me and a few of these senior players. Like, we have Jorfa Archer, he plays for Wildy. Carlos Braffett, he plays for Wildy. Other few of the guys who travel, go to Australia and England, who also play for Wildy. But as Kemar rightfully said, you know, it's just work hard, believe in yourself, don't ever give up hope. Like, I know, like, this season playing for Wildy, it hasn't been the best, you know. I got a message from one of my teammates saying, after the season you have with the ball, who would have thought that you would have been on the verge of playing Test cricket? You know, but it's just about sometimes accepting the fact that you have to go back to the drawing board and do something different. Maybe work a little harder, you know, cut out certain things, make sacrifices. And you will be surprised that once you do those little things, how far it will take you. So it's just about keep working hard.
So the person was asking Kemar, but I'll extend the board to you. Who is the player that you find it most difficult to bowl against?
It's a lot. I always found it tough to bowl to Jack Callis back in the days. I thought he had a lot of time to play the ball, and he was extremely consistent in terms of run scoring. So he just chips away at you. He doesn't take you on, but at the end of the day, you'll see him being 70 not out, and you're wondering how he scored his runs. So that he was definitely one of the toughest opponents I've bowled to as a batsman.
Me personally, I haven't really bowled at a lot of people. If I look at regionally, bowling at Shiv, bowling at Tiger last season in first class cricket, he was probably one of the hardest guys I ever bowled at. Because he make you think that you're aiming for show and then you're not even near. So I would have to give it to Tage.
Is Shannon a better batsman than Akeem?
Akeem, answer that question. I didn't really want to answer that question. I really don't. I know what Shannon's watching. I don't really want to answer that question.
Well, I don't know how Shannon does in club cricket back home, but
Can't be doing it.
Coach said Shannon battle the session. But I think that session was rained out.
It gotta be rained out.
I can only talk for myself. I score a lot of club runs home. I've scored runs in England. You can check out my stats as well. I mean, it's just about getting accustomed to first class cricket and test level now. And then hopefully that I started putting on some runs at this level too.
Oh, but whatever you do, it better not Shannon. I'm telling you. Shannon told me he has 200s in Trinidad. So I'm wondering what backyard he was playing in. Or where.
He was bowling.
Gotta be bowling. I don't know how he got it done. Still puzzled up to today.
What age did you guys start playing cricket?
I was a late bloomer. I actually started around, let's say, 13. Yeah, I was more of an athlete when I first started primary school into like first form and secondary school. And then the great Mr. Peter Vaughan, my school coach from Alexander School, he just saw something in me and put a ball in my hand and told me to just come and bowl some balls at practice with me at school, and never looked back from there. He taught me a lot. Him and Corey Cullimore, they were close friends at school because Corey also went to Alexander School. So they took me under the wing from a very young age, and they taught me what I know right now I got from both of them. So must say good kudos to them, and it's worked out pretty okay. pretty okay.
I was also a late bloomer. I never played cricket in primary school. I just used to play cricket in the road on the evening. I used to come home from school, go outside and play table cricket in the road. So I started like at 14 or something. And then, I just decided like, why not give it a shot in secondary school? Went into secondary school as an opening batsman, bowled a little spin. Shot up in the air in third form. My coach then, doing best, Carlos Merritt, just threw a ball to me and said that running and bowl this ball, try and running and bowl it fast. And I used to bowl way faster than I do bowl now. Just saying. A few injuries, so after that you just try to work on more skill and concentrate on different areas of the game. So yeah, it was a late bloomer as well, but I'm happy that it's actually taking off and going somewhere.
Greatest West Indian player ever.
Tough, huh? A lot of greats. I would say for me, gotta be Malcolm Marshall. Malcolm Marshall for me as one of the. I'm a fast bowler, so I'm gonna stick in my field. I don't know what the batsman. So Malcolm Marshall for me is the greatest West Indies player.
I have no objection to that. I was gonna say the same person. Hearing how the people talk about him back home and all over the world, like he definitely has to be the best. There's no doubt about it.
Hardest thing about being a professional cricketer?
The hardest thing.
I got so many.
For me, the hardest thing about being a professional cricketer athlete is discipline. You have to be disciplined in so many different fields. Like you gotta gym. Well, you should gym. You gotta do running. People want you to try to eat healthy. Like there's just so much things that makes it so difficult. And for me, the main thing is just discipline.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. Training is by far one of the toughest things to do. To remain fit, we all know cricket is a very taxing sport on your body. So to remain fit for long periods of time, it can be take a toll on you mentally. But discipline, that's as Akeem said, discipline in everything you do. If you leave your house, you have to be disciplined in what you do, how you carry yourself. Cricket, you gotta be on time, you gotta train properly, you gotta eat properly, then you gotta bowl and execute your plans as well as you can, so that when the game comes, you play easier. So yeah, for sure, discipline part of cricket, the training and stuff, it's one of the hardest things as a professional cricketer.
Roachy, will you play past age 40?
You know what? Watching James Anderson being number one bowler at 40 is a great inspiration. I'll be honest with you. A lot of people think that when guys get just over 30, that especially fast bowlers, it's time for us to move on and find someone else. But if someone is still getting the job done consistently, with the experience that James Anderson has, he's been playing over 150 the test matches, and he brings something to the team. It's an inspiration for us as fast bowlers, should be all around the world, to know that don't give up. Don't give up. Sometimes most players I talk to say that they had 2 more years in them or 3 more years in them. the great Courtney Walsh, the great Courtney Amber, sorry. I asked him why he only played 98 tests. He told me that he could have gone to 100, but it's just at that time he felt that it was enough. So don't put a limit on yourself. I just think prepare yourself for every occasion, every match, and if it works out, you go as long as you can. That's me. Yeah.
What advice do you have for a young fast bowler who feels that they are currently being overlooked?
Yeah, Kemar, you go again.
Man, that's all a part of it, actually. That's all a part of it. Different coaches, different selectors see different things, I guess. So, as Akeem rightfully said, Akeem didn't think he would be here today, but he's here because the right people saw the things in him, the qualities in him that they think he perform at this level. So, I'll keep saying, don't give up hope. Keep working. Keep working. That time will come. Once you put the work in, I believe in the cricketing gods. That's how I look at it. If you do the right things, the cricketing gods will take care of everything else. So put the work in, stay positive, and just commit to the sport. Commit to the sport. It can be tough mentally in terms of not being selected, not being looked at. You think someone that's being picked, you're better than them, and it happens to all of us. So just keep putting the work in, and I trust and believe that your time will come. Trust and believe.
Jordan, you too, because you kind of alluded to maybe being overlooked earlier. So what advice would you have for the guys that find themselves in a similar situation?
Well, it's one thing my dad used to tell me all the time is that whatever God has in store for you, that nobody can take it away. So, I mean, if you think you're being overlooked, just continue to work hard, you know. The sky's the limit. Don't just give up. Don't get vexed and decide that I'm going to stop training and I'm not going to be disciplined in anything you do anymore. I don't think that that's the right way to go about it. You know, there's different avenues. You could go away, go to England, Australia, play some cricket, you know, develop some more, come back home, make some sacrifices, you know, start home a year, put your all into the club cricket, and then you never know, you may end up getting called to trials. You go to trials, you have a great 1 or 2 game, and then all of a sudden you get a call from the chairman and selector saying that you've been selected. You know, it's just as simple as that. So my advice would be to don't give up. You know, always believe in yourself. Keep working hard, because you never know. You could be closer than you think, but you think that you're so far away, and within the next month or 2, you could be on your way to the top. So keep working.
Akeem, Barbados cricket aficionado. Congratulations, Akeem. Are you ready and anxious for your possible test debut?
To be honest, I don't really think about it. If it happens, it happens. You know, as I was talking to Kyle at the practice game, like, I just want to sit down, you know, talk to Kemar, talk to Jason, talk to Kyle, learn as much as they can, you know, take notes, find out how they think, you know, so that when my time do come and I do get a chance to debut, then that I would be ready, that I would be in a particular zone. So, I mean, if it happens, thank God, you know, thank everyone for helping me to reach this level. But if it doesn't happen this series, then I still thanking him, because I got to sit down next to this guy and talk to him and Jason and all the rest of my teammates. So we play it by ear. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, well, when the time is right.
That's a situation here. You bowl a beautiful outswinger and it hits the batsman edge. Who do you want to see at first slip?
Tough call.
Shannon?
Definitely not Shannon. But Jason usually feels that second slip, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's definitely one of the best in the world. So I guess he can cover first and second. Jason for sure.
I have complete faith in my sippers and the position that they stay. So we have Kyle at first, we have Jason at second, and we have Daz Blackwood at third. I will go with the same order, so I'm going to stick with Kyle because I rather Jason at second slip.
Good point.
How important was that win against Zimbabwe going into this series against South Africa?
It's a great win, obviously. And it's away win is always important. Away series win is always important, and obviously coming into a new series right away, the tougher opponents of South Africa. It's a good confidence booster, man. Thought the batsmen looked pretty well. I thought the bowlers did a fantastic job on a tough pitch. And I think, all the things were there in terms of ticking boxes and getting that feel-good factor going into another series. So it was very important thing for us leading into this second series.
Kemar, I believe you would have bowled to both. I want to know who is more difficult to bowl to, Chris Gayle or Brian Lara?
It's gotta be Gayle. Gayle, he applies pressure on you. Lara is more of a guy who bats long periods of time. You may feel you have a chance with Lara, but you don't. But Gayle may have more give you a chance, but he's gonna take apart you much faster than Lara would. So for me, I think the tougher opponent to bowl to will be Chris Gayle.
Mixed by Grant. They're asking if you guys played each other in school cricket. I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm way older than man. I'm old, man.
He also says that Kemar cleaned him up in a game, Alexandria versus St. James. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the account, but I'm sure you would have cleaned up quite a few people.
Go back in the archives, but
yeah, back in the days.
Can't remember that. Definitely can't remember that. A lot of questions, man.
About Chris Gayle.
All right. Chris is a legend. A lot of questions, man.
I think Kemar already said that he is his current favorite fast bowler, so we won't we will take that question. And actually, I promised the guys that this would be about 20 minutes, so I think maybe we'll just take 2 more questions, and then we'll sign off. How difficult is it to travel from one country to another and maintain your physique? And I would say physique, fitness and being prepared to play as well.
Well, for me, when I arrived, I thought it was fit when I left Barbados. But when I arrived here and I ran up and down twice, I was breathing so heavy, I was so tired. So I think it's just different conditions, you know. I heard Dario mention a fun fact earlier that South Africa is 400?
Yeah, 400 feet above
400
sea level.
feet
This
above
city,
sea
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg, so the air is pretty thin. You get out of breath quickly. But it's just about adapting. So you still got to come here, and again, I talk about discipline. You still got to come here. You got to get in your running, get in your gym, etc., so that your body could get accustomed as fast as possible.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Traveling, the jet lag and stuff of long flights definitely takes a toll on your body. But I like to sleep, so it doesn't bother me. So yeah, just get outside, take a nice walk or a nice run, get accustomed to the atmosphere, and obviously, as I just said, the air is thinner here in South Africa. It's much. Obviously, you're accustomed to being home with thicker air, and it's easier for us to breathe and stuff. So you just got to adapt quickly. So that's why we come a little early before test matches, acclimatize, and yeah, we just get into it, get into work.
And what we're taking as the final question, somebody asked if you trouble the batsmen when you get them out in training, like a little friendly banter, but just generally, what's the training atmosphere like, between players? How competitive is it? How much fun is it?
Yeah, that's what you aim for. You want to challenge, obviously, your teammates as well. Everyone's trying to get better. So if we see a weakness in the batsman, we try to exploit it. And if he sees a weakness in the bowler, he tries to exploit it. So that all builds character, that all builds team camaraderie, that builds a little banter, a little fun as well. Some guys bet dinners, some guys, and it's all fun, it's all good, your little arguments and stuff, it's all good for the team, and it's all good competitive atmosphere, and that helps build team character, help build team morale.
Yep. Me? You want me to?
Final question before you sign off.
Yeah.
Well, I take it pretty serious. I like to destroy my teammates. And like Alzari, as soon as I arrived at training, the first thing he said to me was that he get to beat my bowling. No, and I like, yeah. And then when I bowled at him in the nets, he edged the ball like 50. So for me, that's a victory. So like that's a battle that's going on between us right now. I'm sure that there'll be more net battles when we do get a full out training session amongst everybody. So I look forward to it.
Well, it's just a little sign off, maybe a thanks to the fans for sending all the questions. We have a lot more that we unfortunately couldn't take, but obviously we appreciate the support and we're happy that so many people were willing to come and ask questions. So that's a thank you from you guys.
Yeah, thanks guys. Hopefully you go watch us on Tuesday for the first test. We're gonna put a good show on for you guys, and we're definitely gonna win this series. So the guys are confident, the guys are in good headspace, and we're looking forward to the battle against South Africa.
Yeah, guys, just send us your energy. Send us your energy from all the way in the Caribbean, and we just want to come out here and make you guys proud. Make you keep a smile on your face, and as Kemar said, we do our best. We'll bring it to South Africa, and we want to make you guys happy. Keep a smile on your faces. So thank you.
All right, thanks guys. Signing out.